I'm going to briefly go over the duties of a client, which is covered under Construction Regulation 5, which is under the Occupational Health and Safety Act. The Construction Regulations 2014 was promulgated in 2014, and it's specific to certain requirements as specified in the construction regulations. I'm going to highlight specifically the client, as one will know that any construction work has to be done for a client or an entity. Now, the client has specific duties that he or she have to conduct, and under Construction Regulation 5, there's very important functions that he or she must do. Now, under Construction Regulation 5.1a, it indicates that the client must compile a baseline risk assessment. This baseline risk assessment is a very important document to cover all the risks attached and to create a risk profile for the project from commencement to completion for the project. The other important document that the client will have to compile is your client health and safety specifications. This health and safety specifications is also defined under the construction regulation and is basically a project specific document pertaining to the requirements of health and safety requirements on the site. Now, this health and safety specifications, it must be compiled specifically for the project on hand, and it must not be a generic document that's used from a previous project. This health and safety document, after compiled by the client, will be issued to the designer and to the principal contractor. The designer will have to take into consideration this health and safety specifications in his plan and in his project as well. The principal contractor will have to compile a health and safety plan based on this health and safety specifications, and that plan must be approved by the client. So as you can see, construction work commences with the client with very important documentation. And this documentation is live documentation that will be active throughout the duration of the project from commencement to completion. So apart from the administrative duties, the client also have to ensure that he conducts a walkabout on site, he inspects the site, and he also conducts audit on sites. So these audits must be done every 30 days by the client, and the outcome of this audit must be issued to the principal contractor within 7 days. And if there's any rectifications or any corrective measures, then the principal contractor must address them immediately.